One of the most awkward things I have to do again and again as a creative professional is to write my own bio. Whether I'm doing this for my own website or to submit to a podcast or an event where I'm the speaker, it's always confusing. So I think the key here is to just remember that we're showcasing the best version of ourselves and avoiding getting influenced by how other people in our field are talking about themselves, because often these people have very different backgrounds, very different seniority levels. We don't want to end up using language which is from someone else's website simply because it sounded good for them, because that can lead to a lot of imposter syndrome. We describe ourselves as something that we are not convinced we are. And the best tip I have for this is to actually keep your self appreciation grounded in reality. So, unless you're super specialized with a genuinely deep goal, you don't even have to use a lot of words. You can talk about your experience so far and you can talk about your interests, because your experience and interests are factually correct. There will be no second guessing on your behalf, or you won't have to double think like, what will others think of this? Because these things are true. If we try to use really fancy words, we have to make sure that we go through a really strategic exercise to define that bigger purpose for ourselves. For example, for me, I've been trying to think of this for 2 years, and finally, after many, many steps, I arrived at the fact that yes, for me, I want to unlock calm and confidence for other creatives. And that's what I do through my book, through my consulting services. But it took me 2 years to get there. And at this point of time, I am 10 years into the industry. You don't have to rush into using really big vision statement sort of things for your own portfolio. Keep it simple. The overall perspective to remember here is that your portfolio is a conversation starter. It's not the be all end all of it. Any project that gets converted between a creative and a client usually would follow at least a 3-step decision making process. Someone comes and sees your portfolios and feels, I want to have a conversation with this person. Then they have a conversation, and that is the biggest part of the decision making process. And then finally, when we send them the proposal for the actual project that they have at hand. So at least there are 3 steps that happen. So just remember, the portfolio is a conversation starter. Treat it as such, not more, not less. And remember, the real you will come out in the conversations after that, for better or for worse.